Hello and welcome to another video. In this problem we're going to be working on reverse words in a string 3. And so here you're given a string S and you want to reverse the order of characters in each word within a sentence while still preserving white space and initial word order. So for this first input, essentially you take every single word and you reverse it, but you keep the same word order. So let's is now backward, it's stell, take is backward, ecat, LeetCode is this backwards thing. Essentially, you go word by word and you reverse it. And so this is actually pretty easy to do, so this is going to be a fairly quick video. Essentially, we need to preserve the order and we need to reverse every word. So what we're actually going to do is, in Python at least, this is very easy because there is a split function. So if we split our string into multiple words, let's just not use these words. Let's say we just have like all our words are ABCD, for example. So we just have like string ABCD, 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 ABCD. Just say it's that. Actually, instead of that, let's make them different. So it's ABCD, EF, GH, IJKL, MNOP or something. So let's say this is our string. So what a split will do is it will split your string on spaces. So if this is our string with spaces in here, here, and here, it will split it into this. So essentially we'll have all our words, and now we just need to reverse every word. And so this is also easy to do, and they didn't ask us to not do it, but you could do this manually if you wanted to, if they don't let you use like reverse or anything. But essentially, we're just going to code it up in one line. So to reverse a word is also really easy. So if you have some word to reverse it, you just write this, which means you're going to traverse the word backwards. So if I take ABCD and I do this, then it will reverse it. Now, like I said, you could also just reverse the word. That's also easy to do. Pretty straightforward, right? You just have like a left and a right pointer and you swap every two characters. That would also reverse the word. So, but that's not something that like you need to practice or anything, right? So if someone asks you to reverse a word, totally easy. But if not, you can just do this. So essentially we're going to split, and then for every single word, we are going to call this, reverse function. And then what's going to happen is finally we're going to have an array of all these reverse words. So it'll be like DCAB, or DCBA, GA or HGFE, LKJI, and M or PO and M. Something like this. So now we have all our words, so now all we have to do is join them. And this is also easy. So in Python, you can join an array, and it can take a string as an argument. And so we're going to pass in space as the join. So if we do this, dot join, for our list, it will join every single word and it will put a space in between all of them. So essentially, just to recap, we're going to split it. We're going to split our string into an array. We're going to do a list comprehension to actually reverse all of these. And then we are going to join it back up. So let's actually code it up now. Pretty straightforward solution. And like I said, if they wanted you to reverse a word, that's like super trivial, right? Or there are other ways to do this. You could also, if you wanted to like build up a string array or something, you could also do that. And I can just briefly tell you how you do that. Essentially, you just traverse until you hit a space. Every time you hit a space, then you traverse backwards to actually get the reverse of the word, put that into some array, right? So let's just kind of show you really quick how that would look, essentially. So like for this let's, we would traverse until we hit a space. We hit a space here. Then we would go backwards to get all of the characters. So we would put in like S, this, T, E, L, go through that whole word, put in a space, and then go to the next word, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So if you wanted to like hard code this, you could totally do that too. And then you could join it all as well. And that would also work. But this is kind of like the fast way with using the Python functions that are built in. So, and I think using like splits and reverses and stuff and joins is totally acceptable. So, because they didn't say you can't. But like I said, if they want you to do some manual work, totally easy. So, but not really worth spending our time on. So essentially, we're gonna kind of, and honestly, I think this is a little more impressive because it shows like you know how to do list comprehensions and use all these methods. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to return we're going to join this list that we're going to make on a space. And the list we're going to make is actually, it's going to be word, like I showed earlier, like this, word reverse, for word in s.split. So essentially, just to recap one more time, we're splitting s into an array of words. We are reversing every single word, and then we're joining them all with a space. So a little one-liner should be pretty efficient. Let's see what error we get. Invalid syntax. Let's see what we screwed up. All right, so join takes a list as an argument. So it should be this. And there we go. And there we go. And as far as like the runtime, it's all over the place kind of again, but it's a reasonably good solution. And we could talk about that time and space. So essentially what's going to happen here is for the time we are splitting. Split will have to go through the string one time. So that's O of n. Then reversing every word will also be O of n altogether. Essentially you're going through every single word and you are reversing it. That's another O of n. And then finally for the join, it's less than O of n, but you know, it's going to be, I think worst case, it's O of n as well, because like if every word is a unique character or something, that could be O of n. So essentially all these things are O of n. So this is O of n. And as far as the space, so this one's kind of weird. It just depends on like if they let you count this as part of your result. So we are building out our result. You could like split the s in place or something, but essentially you are making a word list, but then you are using that for your result. So I'm going to say it's O of 1 because we are using this to actually get our result. This is our result pretty much that we're just joining. But if they want you to count that as separate, you can count that as separate. That's just like personal preference. But yeah, pretty short video. Hopefully you liked it. And if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.